so unique and different?
Sure. It's really kind of exciting technology. With all the advancements that have been made in stem cell research and so forth, we really learned how the stem cell is an active part of our ongoing regimen and health of our overall body. One thing that we know about stem cells is it helps to rejuvenate our organs, body, in various stages. But what we also know is that when we're born with hundreds of millions of stem cells, whatever number it is. And as we grow, we start to deplete them. When you're young, you fall down on the playground, you get a cut, and the next day it's healed. As we start to age, you can get a paper cut, and a week later you're going, it's kind of tender. That's a really good example of how stem cells start to reserve themselves for a true trauma in the body. The point of that is that what they do when a trauma occurs is they go to that site, particularly mesenchymal stem cells, which is the bone marrow stem cell that we utilize in our growth factors, to generate our growth factors. But they go to the site of the trauma and they determine what needs to happen. So if there's tissue, blood, bone, they're kind of the conductor, the orchestrator. Well, what they do in that process is they go through a cell proliferation process and they produce growth factors. Those growth factors are actually the messenger signals that tell our healthy cells that something needs to be done to respond. So what we've done with stimulation is kind of interceded and acted as the messenger signal to tell our healthy cells to respond. Because we capture the growth factors and the cytokines in that cell proliferation process and use just the growth factors in the product as our active ingredient.
Okay, so that is a great explanation and a lot of information. So what would you say would be, in summary, it's the stem cells that you're using, but again, they're not stem cells like probably a lot of people are afraid of
They
and
might
think
be afraid
of. Yeah.
them. The stem cells actually we all are born with them, and
Right.
we use adult stem cells, human stem cells. There's no embryonic stem cells in our products or in our research at all. And what they do is the growth factors are actually the signal to help our cells to respond. They're the encourager.
Right. And while you were talking, all of my anatomy and so forth was clicking and all this, so it makes sense why stimulation works at the foundation and base because of the stem cells, and like you said, using adult stem cells, and that's going to take us to our next question.